Hi, I'm Sylvia. I've been married to Marcus for just over a year now, and honestly, life would be perfect if it wasn't for his aunt. The wedding was everything I dreamed of: beautiful venue, amazing food, and the most gorgeous vintage diamond ring that belonged to Marcus's grandmother. It's my most treasured possession, not just because it's stunning, but because of what it represents. You look like you're ready to bolt already, my best friend Rachel whispered as we walked into Marcus's family home for Sunday dinner. Is it that obvious? I just never know what mood Aunt Beatrice will be in. The woman's a nightmare. Remember when she accidentally spilled red wine on your white dress at the engagement party? I nodded, twisting my wedding ring nervously. Marcus thinks I'm overreacting, says she's just old-fashioned. Old-fashioned doesn't mean she gets to treat you like garbage. The house was bustling when we arrived. Marcus's mother, Eleanor, was setting the table while his brother Thomas helped in the kitchen. Then there was Beatrice, perched in what she considered her chair, surveying everything like a queen inspecting her subjects. Well, look who finally decided to grace us with her presence, Beatrice announced when I walked in. Sorry we're late. Traffic was terrible. I smiled, trying to keep things pleasant. Your mother raised you better than that, Eleanor. In my day, punctuality was a virtue. Eleanor just nodded, avoiding eye contact. I noticed how she hunched her shoulders slightly, making herself smaller. Need any help with dinner? I offered. We've managed just fine without you, Beatrice snapped. Thomas shot me an apologetic look from the kitchen doorway. Actually, we could use a hand with the salad, Sylvia. In the kitchen, Thomas kept his voice low. Don't take it personally. She's been extra cranky since Dad left her that pittance in his will. It doesn't seem like a pittance to me, I whispered back. It wasn't. But she expected everything. During dinner, Beatrice kept staring at my hand. Finally, she couldn't contain herself anymore. That ring really should have stayed in the family. It is in the family, Aunt Beatrice. Sylvia is family now, Marcus said, squeezing my hand. You know what I mean. Someone with actual foster blood. That ring has history. Mom wanted Sylvia to have it, Thomas added. Your mother was too sentimental for her own good. Some traditions shouldn't be broken. I noticed how Eleanor immediately changed the subject, how Thomas tensed up, how Marcus became overly cheerful. They all had their ways of managing Beatrice. I watched as she worked the room guilt-tripping Eleanor, subtly undermining Thomas, playing the doting aunt with Marcus, all while shooting daggers at me with her eyes. Isn't the ring a bit loose on your finger, dear? Beatrice asked sweetly. Wouldn't want to lose something so irreplaceable. I twisted it securely around my finger. It fits perfectly, thank you. Rachel kicked me under the table and mouthed, "Told you so." The weeks after that dinner were rough. Marcus came home one night looking worried. Hey, did you tell my mom you thought her cooking was terrible? What? No. I love Eleanor's cooking. That's weird. Aunt Beatrice said you were complaining about it to Rachel. I gripped the kitchen counter, trying to stay calm. She's lying, Marcus. I never said that. Look, I know Aunt Beatrice can be difficult, but why would she make that up? Because she hates me. She's been trying to drive a wedge between me and your family since day one. Marcus sighed. You're being paranoid, babe. She's just old and set in her ways. So I'm imagining all of this. The comments, the looks, the accidents. Not imagining, just maybe overreacting a little? I stormed out of the kitchen, furious that he couldn't see what was happening right in front of him. The next day, Thomas called me out of the blue. Hey, got time for coffee? At the cafe, Thomas looked nervous, constantly checking over his shoulder. I need to tell you something about Aunt Beatrice. When I was engaged to Melissa, Beatrice did the same thing she's doing to you. What happened? Melissa couldn't take it anymore. One of the reasons we broke up. Why doesn't anyone stand up to her? Beatrice helped pay for Marcus's college when Dad got sick. Same for me. And she's been supporting Mom financially since Dad died. We're obligated. That doesn't give her the right to treat people like dirt. 2 days later, at another family dinner, Beatrice was on a mission. Sylvia, dear, I heard the most interesting thing about your ex-boyfriend. Jason, Was it? The table went quiet. I never told Beatrice about Jason. I hear he's doing quite well now. CEO of his own company. You must regret letting that one get away. I'm perfectly happy with my choice. Of course you are. The Foster family has always been financially comfortable. What exactly are you implying, Beatrice? Nothing at all, dear. Just making conversation. Eleanor quickly jumped in. Who wants dessert? Later, Rachel pulled me into the bathroom. This is getting out of hand. You need to start documenting everything she does. What good will that do? Evidence, Syl. No one believes you because it's your word against hers. After dinner, I was alone in the kitchen putting away leftovers when Beatrice walked in. I've been patient, but my patience is wearing thin. Excuse me? That ring. She pointed to my wedding band. It belongs to the Foster family. Marcus gave it to me. It's mine now. She stepped closer. You think you've won, don't you? Trapping my nephew with your pretty face? I didn't trap anyone. We love each other. Love? You have no idea what that means. That ring represents 3 generations of foster women. It should be worn by someone worthy. I'm not giving you my wedding ring, Beatrice. Her face contorted with rage. You ungrateful little... She lunged forward, grabbing my wrist. I tried to pull away, but she was surprisingly strong. Before I knew what was happening, she had a fistful of my hair and slammed my head down onto the granite countertop. Pain exploded behind my eyes. Give me the ring. The kitchen door swung open, and Marcus stood there, shocked. What's going on? Beatrice immediately let go of me, her demeanor changing instantly. Oh dear, Sylvia slipped and fell. I was just trying to help her up. I touched my forehead, my fingers coming away bloody. I didn't slip, I said, dabbing at my forehead with a kitchen towel. Your aunt grabbed my hair and slammed my head into the counter. Marcus looked between us, confusion written all over his face. Aunt Beatrice, is that true? Of course not. Why would I do such a thing? Poor girl probably hit her head harder than she realizes. She seems confused. She wanted my wedding ring, I insisted. Beatrice laughed. That's ridiculous. Marcus, I think your wife needs medical attention. The cut wasn't deep enough for stitches, but the bruise spread across my forehead like a storm cloud. When we got home, Marcus paced our bedroom. I don't know what to believe. Are you serious? You think I smashed my own head into a counter? No, but maybe you slipped and... I don't know, Sylvia. Aunt Beatrice has never been violent before. That you know of. The next morning, Rachel gasped when she saw my face. That's it. We're going nuclear on this woman. She pulled out her phone and downloaded an app. Voice recorder. Keep it running whenever you're around her. And we're getting nanny cams for the common areas at your in-laws. How would we even install those? Leave that to me. My cousin works in security systems. I wasn't convinced until Thomas called me later that day. How's your head? Been better. Marcus still thinks I might have imagined it. You didn't. Listen, Sylvia, this isn't the first time. What do you mean? 3 years ago, Beatrice pushed my ex-fiancée Melissa down the stairs, claimed it was an accident. No witnesses. Did you believe her? Not really, but it's complicated. Beatrice holds the purse strings. She's been managing Mom's inheritance since Dad died. Managing? Yeah. Monthly allowance, all that. But I found some documents last week. Mom should have way more money than what Beatrice claims is left. She's stealing from your mom? I think so. Look, I want in on whatever you're planning. The plan came together quickly. Rachel's cousin installed tiny cameras in Eleanor's living room, kitchen, and hallway, disguised as picture hooks and smoke detector upgrades. Just act natural, Rachel advised, and remember to keep your phone recording every conversation. 2 weeks later, I had 3 recordings of Beatrice making snide comments, but nothing incriminating. Then I found something in Eleanor's desk while helping her organize paperwork. Bank statements showing large withdrawals signed by Beatrice as power of attorney. Next Sunday dinner, wear the ring prominently, Thomas suggested. I'll make sure Beatrice sees you alone in the kitchen afterward. What if she hurts me again? The cameras will catch everything, and I'll be right outside. Rachel helped me rehearse what to say. You need to seem vulnerable, like you're finally breaking down. Make her think she's winning. The night before the dinner, Marcus found me staring at my wedding ring. Everything okay? Yeah, just admiring it. You know, if Aunt Beatrice is really giving you this much trouble. What? You think I should give her the ring? No, but maybe we could get you a different one. Something that's just ours. I felt a stab of betrayal. This is our ring, Marcus. Your grandmother wanted me to have it. I know, but is it worth all this drama? I smiled tightly. Don't worry. After tomorrow, I don't think Aunt Beatrice will be a problem anymore. Sunday dinner was tense. I kept twisting my ring, making sure Beatrice noticed. Thomas gave me a subtle nod across the table. That ring really does catch the light beautifully, Beatrice commented, her eyes narrowing. Thank you. It means a lot to me. I made my voice softer, more vulnerable. Though it does look a bit tight. Fingers swelling, dear? Happens with age. Actually, I've been thinking about what you said, about family traditions. Beatrice's eyebrows shot up. Marcus looked shocked. Have you now? Beatrice smiled triumphantly. After dinner, I volunteered to clean up. As predicted, Beatrice followed me into the kitchen. So, you've come to your senses? I've been thinking that maybe you're right. The ring should stay with blood relatives. I knew you'd see reason eventually. I twisted the ring on my finger. It's just that Marcus gave it to me with so much love. Oh, please. My nephew will get over it. Now hand it over. I'm not sure. Maybe we should talk to Marcus first. Beatrice's face darkened. We had an understanding. I didn't agree to anything. She lunged forward, grabbing my wrist. You little tease. You never intended to give it up. Let go of me. I've had enough of your games. She yanked my arm, twisting it painfully. Give me the ring now or I'll break your finger to get it. Help! I screamed, loud enough for the hidden microphones to pick up. Beatrice slapped me hard across the face. Shut up! Take it off! The kitchen door burst open. Thomas rushed in, followed by Marcus and Eleanor. What's going on? Marcus demanded. Your precious wife is hysterical again, Beatrice said smoothly. I was just trying to calm her down. That's not what the cameras show, Thomas said, holding up his phone. What cameras? Beatrice paled. Thomas turned the screen toward everyone. There it was, Beatrice grabbing me, threatening me, slapping me. You recorded me? That's illegal! Not in your own home with your permission, Mom, Thomas said to Eleanor. And there's more. We moved to the living room, where Thomas played the footage from 2 weeks ago. Beatrice slamming my head into the counter. I've also got bank statements, I added, showing how Beatrice has been stealing from Eleanor's accounts. And I spoke with Melissa, Thomas continued. She's willing to testify about the accident on the stairs. Eleanor stood up, her hands shaking. All these years, I trusted you. Don't be ridiculous, Eleanor. They're manipulating you. The police are on their way, Rachel announced, walking in from the hallway. I called them when I heard the slap. 2 hours later, Beatrice was gone, arrested for assault and facing charges for financial exploitation. I'm so sorry, Marcus said later, holding an ice pack to my cheek. I should have believed you. Yes, you should have. Can you forgive me? Eventually. But we need to set some boundaries in this relationship. 6 months later, we gathered for another Sunday dinner. Eleanor was laughing, hosting in her own home for the first time in years. Thomas brought his new girlfriend. Rachel was teasing Marcus about his cooking. My wedding ring caught the light as I reached for the salad. Beautiful ring, Eleanor said warmly. Right where it belongs. What would you have done if you were in Sylvia's position? Would you have forgiven Marcus for not believing you about Beatrice? Or would that be a relationship deal breaker? And how far would you go to expose a toxic family member who everyone else seems blind to? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your experiences with toxic family members and how you handled the situation. If you enjoyed this revenge story and want to hear more like it, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. New stories every day about standing up to toxic people and finding justice. Thanks for watching.